Welcome back to another lesson on Shine On Me, and today we'll be covering what is income. So first we're going to start with the definition of income. We have a pretty long definition today, however we can break it down throughout the lesson so it's easier to understand. We say that income is the money or value received by an individual, household, or organization in exchange for providing labor, goods, or services through returns on investment. It represents the financial gain that supports spending, saving, and investing in our daily lives. Now, with that said, we now have the sources of income. There's a lot of different ways that people earn income. First, we'll start with wages and salaries, and this is the payment earned from employment or labor. Next, we have business profits, and this talks about earning from owning or operating a business. Next, we have investments. This would refer to returns from stocks, bonds, real estates, or dividends. We have rent as well, which is an income from leasing land, property, or equipment. And lastly, we also have transfer payments, which is government benefits such as pensions, subsidized or unemployment payments. Now, diving beyond the sources of income, we can also talk about the types of income. I will be talking about three main types of income, and first we have our starting, which is earned income. This talks about active work-based income, such as one's wages, salaries, or even self-employment. Essentially, you could think of this as income that is earned by the individual themselves. The second type of income that we'll cover is passive income. This talks about income earned that is earned with little effort, like rent, royalties, or interest. You can think of the keyword of this one as little active effort, as people who earn money from rent don't physically or mentally work as much compared to an earned income. Lastly, we're covering portfolio income. This is the third type of income, and it refers to financial returns such as dividends, capital gains, or interest from investments. Now that we have learned a lot about income, we should also talk about what is the importance of income. Income is important because it provides the means to meet basic needs, such as food, housing, or clothing, which are all non-negotiables in order for our survival. In addition, it also improves the quality of life by enabling education, healthcare, and leisure, which are all also needed. Thirdly, it allows savings and investments, which eventually support financial stability, which is important throughout our economy. It also determines tax responsibilities and overall influences government policy. Lastly, it also drives economic growth at both personal and national levels, overall contributing to the prosperity of our economy. Now, last but not least, we can talk about managing income. First, we have budgeting, which is planning how to use income effectively. We can also talk about saving, which is setting aside a portion of our income for future needs or emergencies when we need it. There's also investing, which is using income to build wealth over time. And this would be things such as stocks that people are currently very invested in and overall use it to grow their wealth. Now, we can also spend wisely, which is prioritizing needs over wants to ensure the longevity of one's financial health. And with the mention of needs over wants, you can clearly see that the many concepts I talk about on this channel are connected. So you should stay tuned and look back on other past videos to learn anything economics on Shine On Me.